Hey YouTube, it is late December 2017 and these are my miscellaneous folding knives. Start up here and work our way down and over. First, probably cheaper to more expensive. First one up will be the Gerber Outrigger. This is like a $40 knife you can get them for now. Not bad. Serrated. Got this early in collecting. I probably wouldn't ever buy this again. Compared to the paraframes, the rubberized grip helps, but still, it's a cheap 7CR17 steel. It's nothing great. Next up is the Gerber Evo Junior stainless steel serrated $12 knife. Just a little small EDC knife. Liner lock. Then I have the Schrade Magic SCHA5 Oz 8 steel clip point. I think that's flat grind, aluminum handle, assisted, $27. Then the Bucks, I have the Buck 766 Rebel. This is a $21 knife. It's got a button lock on it. Another little EDC knife. Then the Buck Vantage. It's a 420 HC drop point. Flat grind, maybe hollow. Yeah, that's hollow. Diamond wood, $40 knife. I'm not real impressed with the fit and finish on these. Then I have this. Turn that down a little. I have the Santa Fe Stoneworks with the vein turquoise. I have a whole line of these with that turquoise on it. It's just a no-name stainless steel, probably 440. But just a cool little art knife. I have the Bastion Gentleman's Carry Knife. This is all carbon fiber. This is even the blade's carbon fiber. Liner lock. Tip down only. Then the Mantis MT2 Ti Classiest Act. This is a S30V steel. Clip point, hollow grind, carbon fiber handles. This knife's $92. The carbon fiber here was, the carbon fiber was 92. The turquoise was 53. Buck was 40, and this one is 95. Not a bad knife. Then the Mantis, kind of the rescue tool. It's kind of crazy. When you see the grind, this is a Sicko MT8 Oz 8 steel, $85 knife. Look at those grinds. It's got a belt cutter and a glass breaker. The liner locks from the back. Just a strange knife. Next up is the K-Bar Dozier. These are great little knives. About $20. FRN handle and what's that? Oz 8? Oz 8 steel, drop point, hollow grind, Zytel handle. $18. Then the Techno Cut. This is kind of a modified sheep's foot / Tano. G10 handles. $40 knife, 440 steel. Not a bad little EDC knife for $40. Not the best steel in the world. Then the T-Cut Zero. This is a Sandvik 12C27 steel. Drop point, flat ground G10, $26. This is a great little knife. This has got a cool feature on the pocket clip. It goes from standard to deep carry, which is nice. That's a cool little feature. And then the two Russian knives, Kisler Supreme Dream. This is 440 C steel, $82. This is a big blade, a little over 4 inches. Mirror finish on the blade. Then we got the Vega 440C again, drop point, flat grind, $58. The handles micarta, which is nice. A little slick, but it would you know, rough up nicely. So those are the cheaper ones. Let's get into these. Next one up is the H&K Axis D2 tool steel, clip point. It's flat grind, G10, $103. Pretty decent action. I'm not sure if these are made by Benchmade, but I think they might be. Then my Fox knives. I have the Anzo Flipper. This is a $130 knife with that crazy belly on the blade. Jen Anzo designed. And that gorgeous wood. That's that Palo Santo wood. And the blade on that is, I'm not sure. Then we have the Forza 154 cm steel, drop point, hollow grind, $94 knife. Real lightweight handles. Pretty cool little knife, actually. Lightweight. It's got some features I don't like. That's pretty close to popping right out, so you gotta be careful. But you know, good shape, good ergos, not bad. Now the Defcon Blade Works, which is apparently a Chinese company. The Pro Ellas. I have the Tanto in D2. It's a hollow grind and black G10, $110 knife. This was a $94 knife. But not bad. A little heavy. Then the drop point version. Again, D2. Drop point, hollow grind, black, $105. Then my two SOGs. I have the Aegis, which is Oz 8 assisted. Black GFN, drop point, flat grind. This is $53 knife. And then the Flash 2, Oz 8 again, serrated, $43 knife. And this actually has a lock on it. Then my Enzo Burke 75, D2 tool steel, Scandi grind, drop point, carbon fiber handle scales. Really nice carbon fiber. This is probably some of the best carbon fiber I've seen. This is a great little knife, and it costs $123. Then my Kleckers, I have the Cordovan, which is a Sandvik 12C27 drop point, hollow grind, $92. It's got this the lock from the back. And then I have the light version, which is $76, same steel, drop point, hollow grind. And again, locks from the back. Then my steel wills. I have the Gecko, which is a D2 steel, drop point, flat grind, $204. I don't think they cost that now. The rosewood handles. This is a great knife. Really like the look of that. I even put a little mineral oil on that just to bring that out some, and it's great. Then the cut jack. These are all over YouTube right now. This is the M390 version, full size. This is a great knife. Okay, moving on to the Misc Lion. This is D2 tool steel, clip point, flat grind, $52 knife. Liner lock. These knives are great. This company's really coming out swinging. It has one of my favorite knives of the year. The next one we're gonna get to, but this is a decent knife as well. Then the Swordfish. Spear point, flat grind, multicolored G10 here. $52 knife. For the money, this is probably my favorite knife of the year. Great centering. The action's unbeatable. Little jimping just where you need it. I love the machined out flipper. You don't see that all the time. Just great. Not a heavy knife. Just great knife. Then my Almars have the Shrike, which is VG10, kind of an elongated clip point, I guess. Flat ground, $200. Tip down only, which is a bummer. But for the Almars, I like, but they're a little overpriced. Like this knife, the Eagle Ultralight, 135 bucks. That's a lot for Oz 8 steel. It's a spear point, flat grind. They're all over YouTube too. Now the Mkustas, the Tactility VG10 and Damascus Black Micarta, $146 knife. This is a real gem. I really like this knife. It's almost a gentleman's carry with that Damascus. And just gorgeous. And then the two MC4s, both are a VG10 and Sanmai. Tano blades with aluminum handles with inlays, colored inlays. Both 127 bucks. This is one that's got the blue inlays. And this one has the yellow. And then the Wee knives have the 703 flipper, D2 tool steel, drop point, hollow grind, $100 knife. This is part of their budget line, I believe, that they're coming out with now, which is a great idea. I love this. A lot of their stuff, color-wise, can be really over the top. I like this one. It's pretty subdued. You know, just your desert sand kind of coyote brownish combo handles, tan, basically, blacked out blade with some satin finish on the flats. You know, their logo. It's got their stupid proprietary hardware in it, though. That's the one knock on these. And then one of my other knives of the year, the 707 Natada CPM S35 VN steel, drop point, flat grind, 253 bucks. This is just one of my favorite knives. EDC wise, it's great. It's got that the big forward choil, sharpening / finger choil on it. I don't know how confident I'd be working it up in that position, but you can get enough purchase with it here. Frame lock, titanium, and carbon fiber. And talk about subdued colors. This is just great. I mean, they have like a stonewash and a slightly polished on the flats, but other than that. And the 606, which is a CPM S30 VN steel, drop point, flat grind, $290 knife with titanium and carbon fiber and the purple accents. This used to be about as subdued as you could get with these. So I like to see that they're moving in a better direction. And then keep it kind of in the family, we made the following knives, the following two. These are the Massdrop Farium Forge collaborations. Produced by Massdrop, designed by Farium Forge, built by we. This is the Crux S35VN drop point flat grind, $125 knife. Another great knife, probably one of my favorites of the year. Just for an EDC knife, this is perfect, and nothing too fancy. Just a good piece of steel sandwiched between a couple nice slabs of titanium. I like it when they keep it simple. Maybe a little pricey. No, actually, 125 is not bad. This one's also 125. This is Massdrop Farium Forge Falcon. That's 35 VN again. Kind of a drop point, I guess. Flat grind. This one's a little small for me. But it's a good little slicer. It's actually maybe a little thick behind the edge, but it's not awful. And then last, my Farium Forge, the Scepter. This has got the bronzed contoured handles, CPM 20V, drop point flat ground. This is a $500 knife. Centering's good. It's a thick slab for how small the knife is. That might be my one knock on it. And the price, of course. Okay. Moving on, the Browse Blades VR71. This is D2 tool steel, hollow grind, and carbon fiber. And the price on this is about $360. Everything but the price I like about this. This is definitely a tactical knife, but I like it. It's a good size. It's lightweight and feels good in your hand. Then the Bionic 2.0. This is also D2 drop point hollow grind, $140 knife. Next up is the Reich 1504A purple anodized titanium Bowler M390 sheep's foot blade, I guess. It's got a flat grind. This is a $350 knife. This pivot needs a little work. You can tell. I carried this a few days, and the blade. It's got a ton of blade play in it now, and it's because the pivot's loose. And the centering shit. So for that much money, you really don't want to see that after a week's worth of carry. Anyways, the Striders, I have the SNG with the gunner grips, CPM S30V steel, drop point flat grind, titanium, and G10. That's $495. Love these. Just a great utility knife. Hard use. Then the Strider SMF. This is CPM S30V, flat grind, drop point, G10, and tiger stripe titanium. And the blade's been tiger striped as well. And that's another $495 knife. Great knife. Big. My Hinderer XM18 Fatty, CPM S30V, Warncliffe blade with a flat grind. The tip needs a little work on this one. I got it used, and the tip came that way. Probably not my favorite of the Hinderers I've handled, but I like the handle. I'm just not crazy about that particular blade shape on this particular knife. I do like Warncliffe's, but on this one it's just a little off. So Next up, my Sebenzas. I have Chris Reeve Small Sebenza 21, CPM S35 VN, clip point, hollow grind, $350 knife. The small one's great. I do wish it had a thumb stud on each side. I think you can get that done. The clip being right on the frame lock doesn't affect it at all like it does with some cheaper knives that I own. SE's being, I'm talking to you. Chris Reeve Large Sebenza, CPM S35 VN, clip point, hollow grind, $510 knife with the Coca-Cola handle inlays. I love this knife. Don't carry it much just because of the cost. Then the Medford Knife and Tool Praetorian T, custom D2 Tano hollow grind, $700 knife with the blue anodized. This is just a beast. A beast. I'm probably going to sell this knife just because $700 is a lot to tie up in one knife, in my opinion. I do really like it, but D2 tool steel, I mean, you're getting a big slab of it, but still. And he has some other models, some smaller models I think I would like more, so I'm going to investigate those. Okay, those are my pretty much, this one's called a custom, but I still would consider it a production knife. This is a midtech. This is a David Mosier Crossfire. CPM 154 steel, spear point, flat ground, $595. Bronze anodized handle and a blacked out or a black stonewash blade. This knife's great. And then my one and only true custom. This is the Aaron Frederick custom FS2 CPM 154 drop point hollow grind, $450 knife. Not too bad for a custom. Titanium bolster with the carbon fiber handle scales. It's a liner lock. You can see his maker mark there. I love this knife. It's a little heavy, but for the size of it, I love it. In fact, I think I'm going to carry it today. So anyways, YouTube, those are miscellaneous folders. Miscellaneous fixed blades coming up next, and then probably just some odds and ends, and the collection videos will be done, at least for now. All right, thanks. Have a good one. Like, subscribe.